Faces up now on Nunnally. Spins over. The right hook shot. Doesn't get that one to go. Rebound, though, collected by White after Taylor got a piece of it. White now, left open, three-point shot. Yes, ma'am! Big-time shot there by Chloe White. She's up to 7 points. She knocks down her first three-point attempt of the game to get back to within one possession. Getting things done offensively and defensively. Foey now with a lot of space inside, able to get another and one. Almost like taking candy from a baby there. Foey looked around in the paint and realized nobody was home and helped herself to 2 points and is at the line for one more. Good initial defense here by the Bearcats as it's ripped away in the end by Meyer. Great hands there. Quickly up the floor. Braden looking ahead to the freshman Taylor. She rises up and she puts in the first 2 points of this ball game. Alrighty, folks, welcome back here on the GLVC Sports Network. McKendree with a 1 point lead here early on versus the visiting Blue Tigers of Lincoln University. McKendree shot 6 for 16 there in that first part of this game. So too did Lincoln, as they had what looks to be 5 different players score a basket there in the first quarter. For McKendree, they were leaning on pretty much one player there. Kira Taylor with 8 points, 4 for 6 from the field. Also has 2 rebounds so far here at the start of this game. As Braden back into the game, she'll join White, Slings, Duncan, and Taylor in there right now. As it's going to be Sanders, Nybo, and Cabrera. And it looks as though we're going to get an offensive foul, and is that one going to go against, see who will be guilty of that foul there, but look to be a moving screen. It will be Taylor who will get their first foul of the game. So Cabrera, Harris, Wolken out there with Nybo and Sanders right now for Lincoln. Wolken was looking to feed Nybo, who's working up against Taylor right now. But this is Sanders. Backdoor cut, covered once by Braden, but not the second time around, as it's Harris who gets loose along the baseline. And she'll pick up what essentially amounts to a freebie there. Lincoln almost able to jump in the pass lane. McKendree, though, have the ball, far side, as it Slings now. Braden off the cut. Didn't like her option, so back outside. That's a tough shot there by White, heavily contested, and the rebound is collected by the visitors. Harris off to a really good start. She leads the way with 6 points here early on for Lincoln. She's got the ball now. Nybo now. Face up, the mid-range shot. It's pure. On to Nybo. Sophomore from Norway. Opened the year with 13 points and a season high of 12 rebounds versus Harris Stone. Hasn't really looked back. Slings now. Throws this one inside. Taylor with the spin, and she's able to draw contact there. And she will head to the line. As it looks as though it might have been Wolken there with the late hit on the arm as she was trying to dig down to help out on Taylor. Trying to get confirmation of that here. As it'll be Kira Taylor at the line once again. If she's able to knock down both, she will extend her double-digit streak to what would be 4 games. But going to have to wait on that one. She misses the first. Going to confirm that foul is on Wolken. That's her first. As Taylor misses both free throws, and then the rebound is picked up that time by Cabrera. A couple of cutting Lincoln players in the lane. Harris, though, is going to go in it alone. She left it short. She goes to the floor, and McKendree now with a 5v4 advantage going the other way. And that's going to be a pretty obvious travel there, as Duncan, you could say, was maybe too wide open and took a big old step before putting the ball on the floor. Bailey Parks is back in to try to restore order for McKendree. It's another turnover on the part of the Bearcats, as they're now guilty of, I believe, 6 so far here in this game. Little full court pressure here implemented by McKendree. Sanders only had one option. Nybo having to throw that one away. She was about to step out of bounds, and that's easy pickings for McKendree. Parks now drives, trying to go all the way, and she does. Didn't have much room to operate a tight angle for that shot, but she's able to convert for her first basket of the game. There's Braden now able to pick that one off. Beautiful save there into the hands of Parks. Now some momentum building here for McKendree. Braden now on the drive. Trying to dump this one inside. Slings able to corral it. Parks now. Opts to not face up on Nybo. Ditching this one over to Braden. Tough shot there. Too strong off the backboard. And then Parks, the cardinal sin of post play, brought that ball down, and it's a jump ball as Wolken got her hands in there, and it will be Lincoln basketball. Ball sent inside of that press, but then Sanders had it poked away briefly. It's a mad scramble for it. McKendree hit the floor through Braden, though. And this has been a pretty good implementation of this full court pressure by Coach Kirchhoff and her team. But can they make Lincoln pay? This one dumped inside, read beautifully by Wolken, who's able to collect that pass after Parks was unable to get up for it. Now Harris, though, and that is going to be a foul on Slings, who obviously was going for the basketball, but got more of the ankle there of Harris, who comes up worse for wear. It looks as though she's going to try to labor on, but obviously in some pain there. Could have been a lot worse than it was. But a little bit more of a sloppy second quarter between both teams. McKendree have been the architects of their own downfall, but also of the turnovers there of Lincoln with this full court pressure so far. Cabrera now floats this one over to Harris. She'll try. 3-point shot. Left that one short, and it's collected there by Parks. Quickly up the floor. Braden drives baseline. Able to finish. Almost maybe through a little bit of contact, but Braden once again picks up a basket. That's her second of the game. Quickly ahead, though. Nybo on the low block. Converged upon by nearly the entire McKendree defense. And she's going to lose that one out of bounds. And it will stick with Lincoln. Could have called a jump ball there. Seemed like Braden had her hands on that for forever, but Blue Tigers will try to recover here along the baseline as Wolken and Cabrera will check out. Torin, one of the subs, back into the game along with Jones. Sanders now gets the screen from Nybo. Nybo will try a look. Another mid-range shot, and it's a beautiful-looking one at that. Nybo comes into this one a 36% shooter from the floor, but has not looked it, especially in the mid-range game. Parks now picks up her dribble. Nice cut by Braden. Lincoln, though, with her step for step, but they left her alone for a moment. Braden able to realize that, and she puts up the mid-range jumper. Good signs for McKendree that Claire Braden is starting to heat up. And folks will remember just a few games ago, her season high of 29 points, actually tying her career high versus William Jewell. That earned her GLVC Player of the Week. Nybo, the 3-point shot. That one too strong, but the rebound comes all the way back out to her. Sanders left open. She'll try a three-pointer. That one also too strong. And eventually, on the chase for that offensive rebound, Nybo will pick up the foul. Right now, Lincoln cannot buy a three-pointer, as they have definitely been the ones who have been the most aggressive in that regard. McKendree only have one three-point attempt so far in this game. Obviously, with the reinforcements that they have inside, that's usually not a surprising sign. But right now, this game very much being played beneath the three-point arc. Taylor, once again, another tight finish inside with the hook shot. And there you go, folks. Now double figures in 4 straight games. As Taylor's going to work to see if she can up her average above the 10-point threshold here tonight. Bounce pass inside. Jones left alone on the baseline, but didn't have the angle to put up a shot. Harris now with the shot clock at 10, back out. Torin, the mid-range shot. That one an air ball, but at the very end of the release, it might have been Meyer who kind of almost tabletopped her in a sense. And she will get hit with the body check foul there. And I believe that will put Torin at the line. Kalia Torin, familiar with this gym of sorts, the junior from Springfield, Illinois, transfer from GLVC foe Lewis University. She appeared in 11 games last year for the Flyers, scored a total of 4 points, and had 2 steals. As her first free throw attempt there is off the back iron and out. 66.7% shooter from the line in limited opportunities this season. Unable to get any of those free throws, and then eventually it's Parks who comes away with the rebound. It's an opportunity for McKendree to really start trying to break away from the Tigers. They've been unable to do that whenever they've taken the lead. Meyer now sees the cut from White. White gets to the low block. Now trying to spin. Was able to get close to the basket, but just maybe lost it a little bit in and amongst the sea of blue and black inside. Was unable to convert. Harris now. Might have been guilty of a walk, but refs did not see it there. Torin now. She's cut off by Meyer. Tigers playing a little bit hot potato there as the shot clock now down to 10. Harris backs it out. Going to try to take on White by herself. She gets inside all the way to the rack. Monty Harris putting on a show here early on for Lincoln. That pass is loose. Parks gets to the floor first, and eventually it's going to be a jump ball, and that will favor Lincoln, it does look like. And we have hit our immediate timeout with 4:08 left to go. It has been a real scrap between these two teams. Lincoln giving no quarter, but McKendree the ones who have a lead here at 21-20.